Well, EA Dice, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yes, I fell into it again. I bought Battlefield 4, and I don't know if some of you remember a video I did on Battlefield 3 about the lack of proper controller function on the PC version. Well, that's small fry compared to this release. Now, if any of you pick this up, you'll know the multitude of issues that this game has, and this is nowhere near as bad as what Battlefield 3 was. So let's just go down the list. Let's see. Well, for one, we got the typical lag, you're running around and you get the rubber banding effect, where you feel like you're running through molasses, basically. And then the all-dreaded game crash, the blue screen, which happens, for me, every 3 games I get a crash, especially in Conquest mode. And this was also happening in the single player as well. I mean, let's see, I think I got about 3 crashes in the single player, 2 of which resulted in save corruption, so I had to start over the game twice. Since then I played, I think, to the 4th mission, and I just stopped because I'm like, okay, I made it to the 4th mission, hopefully it doesn't crash, and I lose my save again, so I'm like, okay, I'm not going to play this anymore until they fix it. Yeah, and then I started playing online. There's just so many goddamn issues with the online. Like I said, the main one is the game crashing all the fucking time. You'll be having fun. I mean, you can tell that if this game worked, it would be really fucking fun. But crashing is not fun. On top of that, when it's working, there's so many issues. I mean, there's hit detection issues where you'll be shooting someone and absolutely nothing will happen. And then, you'll run behind a cover while you're getting shot and they'll shoot you through cover. That's just due to, I think, the client-side hit detection that they're still using. And then on certain maps, it's usually the wide-open maps, you get constant sound cutting out. Sometimes it'll be ambient sounds like footsteps and environmental sounds, and then only the gunfire will work. But, yeah, that just takes you right out of the experience, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the main issues there. There's a lot of other ones, too. I mean, for example, they don't let you invite your friends to a squad and then join into a game as a squad. You have to find, oh, and here's another thing. Finding a game, the server browser just does not fucking work. At least the last time I tried. Yeah, you'll search like Conquest, say, and it'll show nothing but games with 0 out of 64 players. And yeah, what's the point of that? So pretty much your only option is to use the quick match feature, which puts you in a random game, and then you just gotta hope that the game's not full, and then your friend can join into it with you. Yeah, and that's a pain in the ass. My friend and I have gone through multiple tries, probably 15 minutes until you can get into a game, and then once you're actually in a game, who knows, it's gonna fucking crash, But this just makes you wonder, why is EA not held accountable for this shit? I mean, you go and buy a car and the fucking tires fall off. Aren't you protected under consumer law? And that brings me another point. People are just totally fucking white knighting for EA Dice. Oh, you shouldn't complain, 'cause it's so hard to make these games. I'd like to see you make a better game. Well, let's see. I'm not a mechanic. If I get my car fixed and the fucking engine explodes or the muffler falls off, can I say, oh, well, I can't complain because I'm not a mechanic? It's a cop-out, and I can't understand, like, this mindset where people get brainwashed into being corporate shills. So that's ridiculous, and it's counterproductive to a game getting fixed. Yeah, I mean, that brings me to my next point. I actually did contact the Better Business Bureau for whatever that's going to help. And yeah, I did get a response from an EA rep who, wanted to know what version of the game I was playing and my battle log account info, which I provided, and no response after that. All I want is like a refund or, something to make up for the fact that I gave them $60 for a non-working product. I mean, let's see. The single player doesn't work. The multiplayer doesn't work. So what is there left? Nothing works with the game. So yeah, no response. So I made a topic on the EA forum saying, I emailed them and I didn't get a response. What's going on? I want a refund. I mean, I refuse to pay for a game that's broken and unplayable. And guess what? They locked my topic, and the moderator, his name's EA Stiv, Class A moderator. Yeah, he locked my topic and told me, oh, just email them again, which I did, and guess what? Ignored. So yeah, they basically took all of our money and gave us a beta to test for them. So yeah, that's pretty much what we are, is guinea pigs to EA. Which, yeah, I should have known. I mean, Battlefield 3 was bad when it first came out, but they fixed a lot of the major issues, so I assumed, hey, Battlefield 4, might as well pick this up. It's on the Frostbite engine. They worked out the kinks. And honestly, these are the only 2 EA DICE games I bought. So, yeah, I'm an idiot. I should have known after Battlefield 3 not to buy this shit again, but hey, I wanted to play something with my friends. I used to be a fan of Call of Duty until Modern Warfare 2 came out, and then I could just tell that something was going wrong in the development studio, and hey, it was. After Modern Warfare 2, the actual Infinity War core members disbanded. So yeah, I gave up on the series after that, and I looked at Battlefield Bad Company 2, and I'm like, this looks kind of cool, but I don't know, I'm kind of burned out on modern military shooters. But then I had gotten a new PC, and I'm like, okay, well, Battlefield 3, Frostbite engine, looks like a great new game to test out my graphics card. And yeah, it did look really good, but it had a lot of issues. But, yeah. So, yeah. I just want, in the end, I want a working game. That would have been nice. But yeah, and another thing recently, as of today, December 3rd, a new patch for the PS4 version was supposed to come out, and they just delayed it this morning. So, no specific time frame of when that's coming out. So, yeah, we're waiting. I made another topic saying, who here is gonna fall for this again when Battlefield 5 comes out? A lot of people will forget about these issues and probably buy the next, EA DICE game, whether it's Battlefield 5 or Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront. But me, I really do remember things like this, and I try not to buy these type of products unless, I know for sure it's okay at launch, and that's definitely something I'll be doing with the next EA DICE game. Yeah, but I'll link you down below to the topic where I, basically said who's gonna forget about this and still buy Battlefield 5. And yeah, the discussion got pretty heated. Not that heated in my opinion, in the grand scheme of things. I've seen worse. But yeah, the moderator EA Stiv, you'll see at the end of it, he basically gave me a 24-hour ban because of it. So yeah, in my opinion, they just want to cover up the truth. So hence why I'm making this video. My Battlefield 3 controller issue video got about 32,000 views. So here's hoping this one, you know, gets spread around a bit. I know I'm just one person, but, you know, we all have to commit to not buying crappy games at launch because, yeah, this is just highway robbery in my opinion. So, yeah, me personally, I'm not buying another EA DICE game. It would take a miracle probably for me to buy another one. Yeah, if it was like a 10 out of 10 game and I went on the forum and everyone was saying, wow, amazing, there's no glitches this time. But I really don't see that happening. And it's such a shame because I really wanted to see like the Star Wars Battlefront series on the Frostbite engine. I'm sure it'll look amazing, but EA DICE, you can't netcode for shit. And I don't have to be a programmer to say that. The netcode is shit. So, yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of what EA is doing about this release and how you feel about future EA DICE titles. Hopefully, if you're smart, you won't support them until, you know, they make sure to bug test their games. That's the hilarious thing. They delayed the recent PS4 patch because we have to make sure it's working correctly because we found some additional bugs. Well, why didn't you fucking do that at the beginning before the game came out? And everyone's like, oh, it's not DICE's fault because EA was the one that pushed them to release it before it was ready. Well, DICE partnered up with EA. That's their problem. It's like you made a deal with the devil, so it's your fault as well when you have to follow his orders. But yeah, that's about it for me. All I can say is do not buy this shit. Do not buy a future EA game. Well, EA DICE, there's other publishers under EA, well, other developers under EA that are good. But yeah, you have to be really wary of their online games. They treat their customers like shit. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And have a good day. Hopefully, EA DICE fixes this shit. Otherwise, fuck you. Alright guys, peace out.